Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I'm your meeting host, Angie, where we're going to be discussing all things drama, focusing now mostly on Asian dramas, which you have your Korean, Japanese, Chinese, a little bit of Thai. So today is actually going to be our midweek roundup. Before I go into that, I appreciate all the subscriptions I have gotten lately. If you have not already subscribed, please hit that subscription button. There's a lot of people who tune in, but you have yet to hit that subscription button, and I really appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that button. Also, hit that like button. That way, a lot of other people can see my reviews. So today, I'm going to be talking about three K dramas. Let's see, one, two, three. Yes, three K dramas. And if you want to go ahead and look at the timestamp below, you can just go to the one that you wanted to hear. So, what is Midweek Roundup? It's usually shows that I am either have watched, currently watching, or stopped watching. And today is mostly about shows that I am currently watching. K dramas have been interesting in the past few months. There's not much that really drawn my attention. And I know that doing reviews at this point of stage, because right now, two of the dramas only aired two episodes. And normally, at this point, you gotta wait until at least the fifth and sixth episode to even talk about it to see if it even goes on from there. Because I know after the fourth episode, most K dramas, there's not much to talk about. I read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, but I read that most times that the actors and actresses who are appearing in the drama only get the first four episodes. And from there, I guess that's how they rewrite the script from there. I don't know, but that's kind of how I read. Who knows if it's true? It kind of makes sense where after the fourth episode, it goes kind of downhill from there. And they also pick up at the end because people just want to know what happens at the end. That's kind of how it happens. But anyway, so hopefully these dramas that I'm going to be reviewing will not fall off. So today, let's talk about Love Your Enemy. This is a romantic comedy. However, it's not necessarily your typical K drama romantic comedy, but this is what they're calling it. And it's about mortal enemies, where it started off with our female male leads. Well, it would have been the female's lead's grandfather, who was a mortal enemy with our male lead's father. And it started off with them liking the same girl. And I was kind of funny because I was thinking about it, because when they were fighting in the beginning, who would get the girl, I was like, I would pick him too. Whether he would have lost, won, or lost. But anyway, that's how it all started. And so from then on, that the enemies, frenemies or enemies, began from passed on to the children. So it flashes back and forth between their adult life to their high school life. So it starts off with their adult life with our male and female lead. And they went to high school together, and they were pretty much not necessarily enemies, but competitive. They were competitive against each other. And it seems like there was always fighting. Well, not physically fighting at this point, but there was always bickering back and forth with each other. And to the point where classmates are like, oh, it's just them. Oh, they're out there fighting again or bickering again. And so you thought they were dating at the time, but they weren't. They was just because their fathers or grandfathers knew each other. This is what happens. But the only thing, I'm not going to really talk too much about it until we get more episodes in. This is just a roundup telling you what I've been watching. But the only thing I'm right really about Love Your Enemy, that I'm kind of seeing a pattern where it comes to the female lead always fighting the male lead for some physical fighting for whatever reason. And Love Next Door did have that bantering back and forth when it came to the hitting and things, which it was soft. It was I didn't like it, but it was soft. With Love Your Enemy, I'm not quite sure. The way they have it here, she literally physically harmed the male lead, and she at this point she does not like him. And I'm like, what happened? and for her to be this bitter towards him. I mean, even if you got dumped, even if you got stood up, ghosted, whatever, it shouldn't be this in depth where she literally violently, physically attacked our male lead. And it was supposed to be her that thing, and I'm like, no, that's just doing too much. I'm not quite sure what's going on, why they're doing it this way, why it's written like this, or the director is doing this way. But we'll see, because I need to find out why is she just beating this man, because they have yet to say what happened to their relationship when they were in high school, because they didn't necessarily have a relationship, but they did have a bet. Or and then again, these flashbacks going back and forth explains a little bit. I'm not going to tell you everything about it if you want to jump in and to watch it, but that's the reason why I'm trying to figure out what happened, because it was to me it's too much, and I want to know, because it can't be just the fact that you got dumped and you're mad. And then she became the top student, and I'm like, how did she become a PE teacher in a school? And to the point where now she's literally sloppy. She dresses sloppy, and I'm like, okay, is this something? Is this what was going to happen? Why she all of a sudden became the PE teacher at a school where she was supposed to go to SMU along with our male lead? And here he comes in to take over the school as the chairman because his father needed somebody to do it. And I think they wanted to dismantle the school in order to build a golf course. I don't know. I can't remember exactly who wanted the golf course, who didn't want the golf course, or what was going on. But she knew that he was going to be the chairman of the school, but she decided to stay because it was going back and forth, and everybody knew about this whole uh, uh, hating or enemy type of thing, frenemy type of thing. And so, yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna have to stay and watch and figure out why she is so mad at this male lead. All right. Secondly, let's talk about When the Phone Rings. Now, this one is a mystery romance. That's what they call it, mystery romance. Yeah, I'm actually liking this one so far. It's only 2 episodes. It's on Netflix. It's only airing 2 episodes a week. I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming it's a 16 episode drama, which mostly that's what it is. But so far, with the first 2 episodes, it caught me. Hopefully, it stays that way the rest of the time. No, I expect a little bit of downtime, but hopefully, it stays that way. The vibe and chemistry between the two are hot, even though it's played off that he tells her, I'm not gonna go in there, but you guys gonna have to watch it because again, it gives you a lot in the first 2 episodes, especially going into the second episode. So you gotta sit there. I can't explain it without you actually watching it, so I'm not gonna give you spoilers. But the chemistry between the two here, the vibe between the two here is a little bit hot. So yeah, you guys gonna have to watch this one to start off. Now, hopefully, it stays the same with the remaining episodes, but right now, I'm really enjoying that one. Then we got Face Me. Now, Face Me is an interesting one, which I'm like, okay, so they're actually about six. I think they're on the sixth episode, and with Face Me, it's a suspense type thriller, and it's about a plastic surgeon who gets caught up in solving crimes with the female lead, who is the detective. And he gets caught up in this whole thing because it may have something to do with him. And way he got caught up in it, which is kind of weird, how we have a plastic surgeon type of thing. I guess we're talking about social warriors. I'm assuming. So it is talking about plastic surgery, but he didn't want to do a procedure on a father's daughter, and then the father writes a what do you call it, a suicide note, but then that's where the mystery comes in. And so when the public finds out this happens, and it was probably because of him, he died, so he has to clean up his image. So he chooses. So they decided that any crimes involving any type of physical harm, such as facial destructions or any mutilation of the body, he would offer his services for free for maybe the first 3 or 4 instances. So that's how he gets caught up in all this. But he still has a heart of gold. He kind of reminds me of the Doctor Strange type of guy. He just wants to do his job and he wants to do the best he can. He is the best in his field. So that's kind of how it worked. So this is what we get. So those are the kind of the 3 dramas, K dramas that I'm currently watching, and hopefully they all will pan out and work out. So that's kind of it. Hopefully I can give you a fuller review once they're all a lot of more episodes starts to air. Once we hit that midweek mark, and see what's going to happen from there. Thank you for watching. Meeting adjourned.